Hi, so this little video today is really for those of us that might be struggling with our mental well-being right now. There is so much uncertainty and so much change that's happened in the world right now, and so much emphasis, quite rightly, on protecting our physical health, that it is inevitable that our mental well-being will be impacted. And so I'm recording this today from a position of experience, I suppose. I've been managing my own mental health for at least 2 decades and learning constantly how to get more into my heart and out of my head. And so I hope that the tips that I might offer today may be of use to you or to a loved one, and just know that they're coming from my own experience, and that's it really. So I'm going to be real with you. I woke up this morning and felt like, nah, I just don't want to get out of bed. I felt crap, and it would have been so easy to just stay in bed all day. You know, who's going to check on me? We're in isolation. It's like the golden time to spend all day in pajamas watching Netflix. But I knew that if I chose that route, I would feel worse about myself. There is a significant difference between resting and lying in a pit and feeling worse. So I reached out to a friend who I'm really grateful to, who actually listened to me beautifully, and thank you. Got in a shower, got dressed, put on some perfume. Who else is going to smell it but me? But it makes me feel a bit better. And just took some little steps. And for those of us that might be struggling with anxiety or low mood, I implore us to just take little steps. It's very easy for the mind to just go into complete overdrive and try and fix everything and try and control what, frankly, we cannot control. We can only do little things right now, given the restraints everywhere. So my next suggestion is make a cup of tea. You know, if all you do in a day when you're feeling a bit rubbish is get up, shower, and make a cup of tea, you're winning. Okay? Also, if possible, open the window. Open the window and take 3 deep breaths. If you're unable to go outside for whatever reason, open the window and put yourself in the world. It makes a difference. A sense of perspective, fresh air, and connection to nature. Even if you're in a city, you can still see the sky or hear the birds, or you might be able to see some trees. Just get some sort of connection to nature. Feel how you feel. Now, this is so much easier said than done, and we spend decades hiding from how we feel, masking how we feel, drinking through our feelings, eating through our feelings, having sex through our feelings, like everything to like not feel how we feel. And it's tough. But my point is that for those of us that suffer with anxiety and perhaps depression, it's usually manifesting because we're not fully acknowledging and feeling how we're feeling. We're not fully noticing what are we thinking right now that's making this feeling and emotion in our body real. And it comes back to the thoughts. And that's where those 3 deep breaths are so beautifully powerful, because we just have a moment to actually recognize what's really going on. So where possible, break down how you're feeling. Now, I realize that is so hard sometimes, because we can feel in complete overwhelm and like everything is falling apart, and it's like, ah. And so in those moments, if possible, reach out to someone. And I know from very personal experience that can be one of the most impossible things to do. And I know when I've been in really dark places, it has been impossible to do. And I get that. One thing I will say though, if you're in that place, and I hope you're not, but I know that we experience those places sometimes, there are people that will listen, and they will listen beautifully, and they won't try and fix anything, and you can say whatever you want and not be judged. And those people are the Samaritans. And I'm not here advertising the Samaritans. I don't work with them or anything like that. But I know from personal experience, in the middle of the night when no one else is available, or anytime, but you don't feel you have the people around you in that moment to really hear what you want to say, give them a call. There's no judgment and it's free. So get it off your chest. It will help just to be heard. Alternatively, write. Journal. If you set a timer for 3 minutes and just write to your heart's content, don't think about what you want to write, just write. You'll be astonished how much comes out. And it's a really powerful tool for getting it off your chest, getting it out of your head and seeing, oh, okay, this is where I'm at, this is what's going on. And whilst we're thinking about journaling, the other really powerful tool, so powerful, is gratitude. If you can think of even just 3 things you're grateful for in this moment, it will help shift the mind to a more positive, abundant state and attract more of the good that you're grateful for. And I know that can seem so impossible sometimes, but there's always something we're grateful for, even if it's the eyes to watch this video. I mean, you might be regretting that you're watching this video, but just think of little things we're grateful for, the things that are kind of okay, that we're kind of happy with and grateful for right now. They don't have to be big things, so that's huge. And if possible, when you wake up in the morning, think, what am I grateful for? Just say thank you. Thank you for this bed. Thank you, whatever it is for you. Gratitude is huge. And back to the feeling how we feel scenario. We've talked about talking, we've talked about journaling and gratitude to shifting into a more positive state, if possible. But our body, it's incredible how our emotions get trapped in our body. And that's when they become aches and pains. And we know this. And yet we live with aches and pains for years. And so if you can, move your body. Notice what your body is telling you. Do you want to run? And I appreciate it might not be possible to go out for a run right now. But what you can do is put on some music and dance. Like any style of dance. It is so powerful, so much fun. And you can do it with the family, you know? For example, confession. Last night, I was feeling angry. I was feeling some anger coming up and I hadn't expressed it fully. I put on some hard drum and bass, put on my headphones and went nuts. And I genuinely have slight mild whiplash today. I shan't burden the NHS with my whiplash from dancing. But my point is that it is such a good way to get stuff out of your body and get things moving, especially if you're in low mood. Like, get the energy, get the blood pumping, you know? Oh, yeah, it feels good even talking about it. I need a dance. The other thing that's really powerful that can be done with people or alone as well, and it isn't dependent on needing to go outside, singing and humming. Honestly, when we sing, we drop into our body. We come out of our head, out of the thoughts, into our body. And the same with humming. Humming is like our inner healing tool. It's so beautiful. Like if you think about how a cat purrs, that purr is deeply healing for us and for them. And our hum is a similar thing to a cat's purr. And I appreciate it doesn't sound quite the same, but give it a go. Just hum, just sing and see if you feel any different. So we've got dancing, we've got singing. Stretch into your body. You might not feel like dancing. You might not have much energy. You might be feeling unwell right now. You know, it's highly likely a lot of us are going to be feeling physically unwell as well. So if you're in your bed or on your sofa and you just don't feel like moving, that's okay. But what we can do is like gently stretch. You know, where do you feel the tension? Like obviously I have my mild whiplash, so my neck is a bit stiff. But gently stretch your legs and gently raise your arms and just gently, gently move into your body. Equally, if your body is telling you, I just need to rest, listen. Listen, listen, listen. Give yourself permission to do that. Give yourself permission to do whatever your body is genuinely calling for. And just try and notice the difference between the anxious mind and actually what the body is saying, please let me stop. Let's take this pause that the world is giving us right now and let's pause. Let's rest. And on that note, what I'm about to say is a little ironic, but try and be on our phones a little less. It really screws up with anxiety. And I don't know about you, but since being in isolation, or this forced isolation, my phone time has gone through the roof, and so is my anxiety. And the two are directly connected. And it's so hard because it's the one way that we're all connected right now. But we need to look after ourselves as well. So it's okay to put down Instagram for just a minute. And then back to nature. So healing. Now, I appreciate you might not be able to go outside right now, but we've talked about opening a window. Or you could water your plants, give some special attention to the plants in your house. Or watch a beautiful documentary of some gorgeous landscape that you've dreamt of going to. Put that in your mind and just feel that sense of awe and wonder of how beautiful this planet is. And that will help shift how you feel as well. Okay. I'm kind of leaving one of the biggest things to last, for me anyway, and that is sugar. And I'm leaving it till last because I really appreciate that we are all in times of stress right now. And the last thing we need to be doing is thinking about changing our diets or, trying to create new habits. But I just want to shine a light on the fact that for me personally, when I have a day of high sugar, it is guaranteed the next day I will experience low mood, high anxiety. And so I implore you, where possible, swap the dairy milk for some fruit or some honey. I know honey is high sugar too, but just if you need that sweetness, have it that way. I don't want to be here telling you what to do right now with your nutrition. I just want to highlight the sugar issue. And if you do want to, work on that, increase your protein intake. Have protein for breakfast. Have avocado and eggs for breakfast. Something like that. Really nutritious, will keep you fuller for longer and reduce your sugar cravings. Also, another tip, if you are going for reducing sugar and you get a craving, pop a teaspoon of coconut oil in your hot drink and it will curb the craving within 10 minutes. Genius. Another thing I just want to highlight, obviously less caffeine, less booze, we know that, but increase water. Honestly, our society doesn't give enough attention to the power of water. We are all so dehydrated most of the time, and it really helps improve our mood. Finally, actually two more points. One, reach out and be of service to others. It feels good. Reach out to the golden oldies in your life and see how they're doing. And not only will it feel good for you, it will really feel good for them to know that they are being thought of during this lonely, isolated time. Let someone you know how special they are to you. Those little moments, those little gestures can mean the world to someone. And I speak from personal experience. Finally, give yourself what you need in this moment. Give yourself permission to give yourself what you need. And breathe. Take those 3 deep breaths. And just allow yourself to sink into the moment. And just know that this too shall pass. And if I can be of help for you, feel free to reach out. And thank you for watching.